I'm building a city. Nope, not in a city builder, but in a hardcore business sim called Capitalism Lab. This game is a fabulous business sim where you can build a business that stands the test of time. But in this video, I'll show you how to build a city with lots of very happy and rich citizens, which means they'll have lots of money to spend on the businesses in my city and make me even richer. Hopefully. Oh, how I love capitalism. Capitalism Lab. Yes, with the City Economic Simulation DLC for Capitalism Lab, you get access to more geeky details and new features surrounding cities, and you can even form your own political party. Oh, Elon, if only you played Capitalism Lab first. Enlight Games have very kindly sponsored me to make this video, so thank you Enlight Games. Okay, so we'll of course use Steve Gaben, the ultimate entrepreneur, sorry Elon, and while we won't be focusing on building a business, we'll call his company Steve and Gabe. Yeah, a classic New York Madison Avenue style corporate name. We'll give ourselves a lot of money because the objective is not to make more money but to build a thriving city. We won't be using any goals over here. Instead, we shall aim to build a city with the highest quality of life, overtaking the other two cities. And we've got to do this in 30 years because our mayor from our political party will have 30 years to govern this new city before an election. Can money build a glorious modern city? Oh yes, I believe it can. We shall see if we can do it in Capitalism Lab. Now, as you can see, there's a bit of a difference in the interface when we look at the map. There's a button which says build a city, which we can't do right now. The cities are also fictional, so you don't get a world map like in a regular vanilla game of Capitalism Lab. These cities are supposed to be part of a single nation. There are also new stats, more details about the cities themselves. This is where the additional economic simulation comes in with this DLC. It might seem like you would need an economic degree to understand all of this. Yeah, I'm serious. I actually think you do. But this is something we can tackle one statistic at a time. Let's look at a bigger picture rather than the microeconomic details for now. Now, as the game starts, these stats will change quite a bit as things progress, so we probably need to try to get our city to 70 or above at least. I think that's a nice number for quality of life. But before we build a city, as I said, we've got to form our political party because in this game, politicians are the one that build cities. We'll just go with that flow. I will create a party called the Cult of Steve. Now, as you can see here, we have our party executives and we have some funds which we'll use if we ever run a campaign to be a mayor of a city. Now we can build a city anywhere on this map, of course except in the water because that will be in a future DLC called Capitalism Lab Aqua Cities. No, I'm kidding. You can't build cities in the water. We'll build our city over here and call it Stevesville. As you can see, the game's generated as a city filled with square roads all over the place, and if you're somehow allergic to squares, you can take some time to reduce them. I don't like too many roads at the edge of the map. Before we do anything with our city, let's take a look at the policy screen. These levers can have significant ramifications to the growth of our city. We're going to reduce taxes for everyone because who loves taxes? No one does, unless you're the government. But of course, my strategy is to attract as many people to Stevesville with lower taxes. We'll reduce the unemployment benefits a bit and increase the number of migration allowed, but not too much. I think if we increase this too much, we'll get high crime if we don't have enough jobs, so we'll gradually increase this over time. Now, zoning doesn't work like a city builder in Capitalism Lab. Think of zoning as telling off everyone, hey, don't build anything other than what this zone is for. The AI will build anything outside of this zone though, so keep that in mind. They don't need zones to organically build stuff, which is rather different. Remember, this is not a city builder. Now, since the city is a blank slate, the first thing I need to do is build some retail stores, simple ones just selling what's being supplied at the seaport to the people living in Steve's Wheel. I'll clump them up all over here as I want this to be somewhat like a downtown-like area. Now, of course, people will need a place to live, so take note that apartments can only be built by the city itself or a business. It's part of the real estate business. So don't think this is like city skylines and expect apartments to pop up automatically. We shall build some apartments for the migrants coming into our city. There's a place to stay, a place to purchase essential goods, and find some work. Since Steve and Gabe won't be expanding any businesses, we shall purchase some stocks. At least the company will earn some good returns in terms of assets and dividends. Now we'll let the simulation run. Okay, it's time to build some civic buildings, starting with a city hall and then some education. Like a city builder, we'll have to control our starting budget for all of our services. Unless you want to go bankrupt within a year, we just don't have enough people and businesses to earn any money to pay for these services. So we shall increase their budget over time as our population grows. Steve's Wheel now has about 40,000 people, a far cry from other cities. So we've got a university, and one cool thing you can do in this game is you can set a specialization for this university, right down to like which industry and technology. This gives you an advantage if that's the business you are doing. So you can set up your business here and get a workforce that's better than the other cities. Okay, 7 years in, and I think it's fair to increase consumer tax a bit. Someone's got to pay for the services in this city. Safety is apparently a problem in the city, but this also includes the fire department. So I'll build those and improve with building a few more civic buildings. It's 2010, and a quick glance shows that this is a pretty disorganized city. No one's following any logic whatsoever. I don't blame them since I didn't really zone that much in the city. Let me fix that. Now, this is better. It's not perfect, but at least whatever new buildings that are built will hopefully not be built in the wrong area and will make the city look a little bit better. After a few adjustments with budgets, it seems like due to economic circumstances, we have come ahead in the quality of life right now. Job well done. Give a pat on the back, right? No? This will likely not last. We shall see how this goes. We are in 2020, and let's talk about this big word GDP, which means gross domestic product. It's a figure that symbolizes the growth of a nation, or in our case, a city. Now, the way this works in this game, which echoes what happens in real life, since this is a simulation after all, it's a cycle of boom and busts, recessions. As companies invest in a city, they start a new business or expand into the city, more people get jobs. As more people are employed, the pool of available workers get less, pushing salaries up and the prosperity of the people up as well. And consumption goes up as people have more money. But with consumption comes that ugly word that starts with an I. Influences. I meant inflation. Your money now buys you less. The central bank steps in and says, wait, cool it off, and increases the interest rate, which slows down investment and businesses from expanding, and well, the city spirals into a recession. Now, if you're still tuning into this video after that explanation, congratulations, you are a real champ. You've earned yourself an economics degree, so here you go. Now, all you need to do for receiving your virtual, very real degree is to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead. Thank you, ladies and gents. Unemployment is high in Stevesville and there's a lack of investment, so I think I'll take the proactive approach and use Steve and Gabe to open a new business here. Let's build a farm and sell some chocolates. This won't cost so much and we'll make a decent profit. Okay, we sort of keep fluctuating in terms of the quality life score, so while we were number one for a brief moment, the other cities are now better. Well, it fluctuates, so I thought, what the heck, might as well try something interesting and unconventional, right? Like, what if we built as many apartments our money could buy? Our apartments built by the government, so the profits come to us. I mean, we are after all a city with $1 billion in the bank. That's incredible, but perhaps we have been hoarding cash a bit too much rather than actually taking the time to spend it on the city development. I sort of have a prediction that the real estate market will crash and rental rates will fall, but I never expected what would happen next. I mean, cheaper rentals is a good thing, right? It seems like with more people flocking to my city, safety has become a concern again. I would think there are a lot more jobless people, so we'll increase the budgets for police stations. Oh, and since we have a few more years left in this challenge, we might as well drop all the taxes to some ridiculous levels, right? Let's get people and the businesses into Stevesville, like really aggressively here, because we have many empty apartments. We are a year away from 2020 and my god, have we totally ruined this city up. Quality of life is not up, but interestingly we've completely broken the economy of the city and we've broken the people. Real wages have plummeted and people are poor. I mean, I dropped taxes to record lows and gave them as much living space and good unemployment benefits. Why did this happen? Well, I have a theory. Corporations are greedy and they keep tax savings to themselves. Prices of goods keep going higher, but businesses have no incentive to increase salaries. At least that's my guess. I'm not an economist, so if you know why this happened or if I'm wrong, do tell me in the comments. We have absolutely nothing to lose now, so if dropping everything ruins things, what if I increase taxes now? Yeah, and better still, I increased unemployment benefits to 90%. Yes, Stevesville is a great place to be unemployed. Yes, well, I certainly hope I could stay there. And suddenly our city is back in the green. We are making a beautiful profit. And it looks like we have failed, ladies and gentlemen. We are third when it comes to quality of life, but you know what, we are number one. Well done, Steve Gaben. We are number one for social security. There you have it. Capitalism Lab is the ultimate business sim with the city economic simulation. You can have a much more complex economic simulation. It will require an economist to diagnose. Tell me what you would have done differently in this playthrough. Anyway, do check out the previous video I did on Capitalism Lab where I built malls, lots and lots of shopping malls. Thanks for watching and farewell, noble friends.